Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a different kind of video. I'm going to be making a video where I show you what is on my brand new iPhone. So I just got this phone yesterday. It is an iPhone 8. I have AT&T. I don't know if that matters to anybody. And I just got this beautiful pink case. I think it's from the brand Bodyguards. And it's just light pink, and I did get the rose gold phone, so you can sort of see the color of the phone through the case. And I do have this pop socket. Whoa, do I love pop sockets. I'm probably like the biggest advocate ever for pop sockets. They just make it so easy to hold your phone. I'm someone who drops my phone a lot because I'm very clumsy, so I really like this extra feature. It's just $10, and I literally had this on my old phone for like a year. I just pulled it right off, stuck it onto this new phone, and it's really sticky. It's really working. So let's get into my phone. Okay, so here we are on the home screen of my phone. It looks like this. I only have 2 pages of apps, as you can see, and I sort of have them arranged somewhat in order of how I use them. So the first thing I've got here is my clock. I have literally a ridiculous amount of alarms set. I don't know why I have all of these open. I just never delete them when I create a new one, so I just leave them all there, and whenever I need to wake up for something, I just pick one. I have this really weird thing. If you can see, a lot of them are on these like random times. Most of them are not on a 10-minute or 5-minute mark. I have like a weird superstition about that where I always put kind of like a random time or an odd numbered time. I don't know why I do that. That's just how I do it. Okay, so next I have YouTube. This is actually a brand new phone, like I said, so I'm not even signed into YouTube on this, so that is why all of these videos are random and not at all what I watch. But yeah, if you're curious about what I do watch on YouTube, it's mostly beauty videos, some comedy videos, and like a tiny bit of gaming videos. I don't know. I really like to hop around, and I feel like for me it's more about the person on the videos than it is necessarily about their content. Obviously I care about content a lot too, but I feel like I'll kind of watch any kind of video if the person has really captured my attention. So after YouTube, I have this folder. It's just called Folder right now, but it's basically my dating app folder. So as you can see, I have Hinge, Tinder, Bumble, and my newest app, JSwipe, which I got thanks to this weekend was Passover, and I went to visit my aunt, and I guess the last time I went to visit, I was going through a breakup, and I guess I was talking to her rabbi's wife about it. So when I saw her this time, she was like, oh, I remember what a hard time you were going through. Listen, I've met a bunch of people who found people on JSwipe, which is basically like Jewish Tinder. I don't know, we'll see how that works out for me. Okay, so next I have Instagram. I am logged in on Instagram already because I literally couldn't wait to get on Instagram on my new phone with my beautiful screen that is uncracked. Yeah, so as you can see, I love Instagram. These are just some random people I follow. Let's see if I can find anything good. Here's a James Charles Instagram. I follow just a lot of beauty people. Let's see. This is my Instagram. It's open if you want to follow it. I always leave it in the link down below. It's just @eSagner. So yeah, this is what my Instagram looks like. It's mostly pictures of dogs. As you can see, oh my god, this is my dog on her birthday party. That's her right there. How cute is she? I know, trust me. I post on my stories all the time. In fact, right now we can look. This is the filming setup that you are on, which I Instagrammed earlier when I was putting it together. So yeah, that is my Instagram. Next, I have my calendar, which honestly I don't really use that much anymore because I have to use an Outlook calendar for work. I also have my Photos app here. Oh, here you can see, this is embarrassing. Here you can see all of the photos that I was testing out for my new background, because when I got the new phone, I just sort of wanted to change things up aesthetically. And yeah, this is my background right now, and then these are some other pictures that I was looking at to potentially be my background. This is what's actually my background on my home screen. But oh no, wait, maybe it's this one. Okay, yeah, it's actually this one. Oh, and here's a picture of my middle school bus driver who I found on Bumble and did not like back. Okay, so next to that I have my Lyft app. Lyft isn't really that interesting, and I'm not even signed into my account because, like I said, this is a new phone. But yeah, I do use Lyft a lot, especially because I work in DC. Next to that, I have the calculator. I keep this on my front page because I use it all the time. App Store, camera. Oh, show a little. This is me filming right now. Candy Crush, which I don't honestly really play that much anymore. It shouldn't be on my front page anymore, but I don't play it anymore because I just got on a level that I can't beat. Like, I literally can't beat this level, and it's so annoying. And every time I go to open Candy Crush, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna play Candy Crush. I love this game. Then it's just that stupid-ass level. Okay, this is the level. If you play Candy Crush and you have beat this level, please tell me how, because I can't beat it. I've been trying for so many months. Okay, next to that I have SoundCloud, which I use pretty frequently. Again, it's probably not going to be signed in right now. Yeah, it's not. But I do use SoundCloud frequently to listen to music. My brother listens to a lot of artists on SoundCloud, and he's always showing me, like, what's cool and new. So I do use that app a decent amount. Okay, then we've got settings. That's just normal. Messenger, which everybody uses. Snapchat, which I honestly don't use that much anymore, but I keep it around just in case I want to use it. And then Google Maps, which I obviously use a lot to get places because I drive all over the place. Here is my Spotify. I do pay for Spotify Premium. I think it's totally worth it. I use it all the time in the car. I like barely even use my iTunes anymore because I just feel like Spotify has everything I could possibly want. So yeah, here's a little look. As you can see, my top song that I most recently added to my library is Stay by Zedd and Alessia Cara, and then also this album by The Roaches, which is, they're very different feelings, but both things that I'm really into right now and listening to. If you ever want to check out my Spotify, I'm pretty sure it is public. I think it's just eSagner, but yeah, it's connected through my Facebook. I don't know. Ooh, and this song, Strangers by Stasny Mav. Highly recommend checking out this song. I think it's like one of the best pop songs I've heard in a long time. And I actually heard it on my favorite podcast, which is called Guys We Fucked. I'll link it down below. Props to those ladies. They're fucking hilarious. And they also they have their listeners send in music that they want to play on the podcast, and they play it. And I found this song on the podcast, and I'm obsessed with it. I even went and commented on the girl's Instagram and was like, yo, I found your song from Guys We Fucked, and I can't stop listening to it. Like, thank you so much for making the music you make. And she responded and was like, wow, you don't even know what that means to me. So shout out to her. I'll also link the YouTube link to this song down below, so show her some love because the song is awesome. Okay, then next I have my folder with all of my shopping apps. I almost never buy anything online, but I love browsing through Hotlook and Zulily and Rue La La, and then I just keep Sephora there just because I love makeup and I always want to see what's new. But yeah, I have a long commute to and from the city, and I spend a decent amount of time looking at these shopping apps and just sort of seeing what's available. Then I have Shazam, which I honestly use all the time. I love Shazam. If you don't know about it already, it's an app that if you're listening to music and you don't know what the song is called, you can open up Shazam and just sort of click the middle button. Let's see if, oh, it's not working right now. But basically you open up this app, you click the little button, and it listens and it tells you what song you're listening to so that you can download it. Okay, next I have the weather app. I use this every morning to see what the weather is going to be like and how I should dress. Then I have Twitter, which I use all the time. So this is my Twitter profile. Yeah, actually that info in my bio is not even correct anymore, so I should probably update that after this video. But yeah, I tweet a fair amount, and I also retweet a lot of people a lot of the time. So yeah, check out my Twitter. It's at eSagner. Then I have my Facebook app, which I do use fairly regularly, but I try not to go on Facebook on my phone too much. Oh my god, next to Facebook is my favorite game of all time. It's called Balls. If you haven't played this game, not spons, I wish. Balls, freaking call me because I will sponsor you. I love this game. It looks like kind of like this. Oh, got an ad. Okay, so this is what Balls looks like. If this doesn't look super fun to you, then I don't know what you want out of an iPhone game, honestly. And then finally, I have Overcast, which is my podcast app that I use. These are all the podcasts that I'm subscribed to that I haven't listened to yet. I've got lots of good ones saved up. I listen to podcasts constantly. If you guys want me to do a video talking about my favorite podcasts, let me know because I would be so happy to do that. I think podcasts are amazing. I would love to work in podcasting. I made my own podcast when I was in college. It's about economics. I'll link it down below in case you're interested. But yeah, podcasts, mwah, love them. And then we're just down to my final row, which is my messages, my phone, which, you know, everyone uses those on a fairly regular basis, my email, and then Google, which I use instead of Safari. Okay, and then on my second page, I just have a bunch of random stuff that I don't use very often at all. In this first folder, I have a bunch of games that I don't play. Neko Atsumi is actually an amazing game. Highly recommend if you're interested. Got Minesweeper, Dune, which is like... what was that game called? I can't remember. It's a lot like this other iPhone game that I used to play that I used to be really into. Word Streak, Words with Friends, Knife Hit, and Minesweeper. Just like random stuff. In here I have all my banking stuff, so I have 2 bank accounts, one at PNC and one at Charles Schwab, and then I have my Venmo account in here. This is labeled travel, but as you can see, it's literally just random stuff. It's like some just iPhone standard stuff that I don't use, and then also my Domino's app, this app called Wicker, and CBS Sports. Okay, and then finally I have a folder full of apps that I literally never use. These are just like some standard Apple apps that I just do not use at all. Then I've got Safari, which like I said I don't use because I use Google instead. I've got a photography folder, which just has a couple of apps in there that I use for Instagram photos, but I have to be honest, I don't even post to my main Instagram that much. I post to my story a lot more, and when I do post, I typically don't do a ton of editing to the photos, but I don't know, sometimes I do, and I keep these apps around just in case I wanted to edit a specific photo. And then I've got reminders, Sonos, which is just like to connect to my wireless speaker, the Apple Podcast app, which I don't use anymore because I use Overwatch, or is that what it's called? Yeah, Overcast. Google Drive, Huji, which is actually another photo app, which I don't typically use. I've got the BuzzFeed app because I really like the news updates that they send. I love keeping up with the news, but I've found that having apps like CNN or Washington Post on my phone and getting those kinds of updates kind of bums me out sometimes. I'd rather just wait until I'm on the internet and ready to check what's going on in the world than to just sort of be bombarded by those notifications. But I think that BuzzFeed does send out some good notifications, so that's why I keep that app around. Then I have Tape-A-Call, which I use for my job sometimes. Sometimes I have to interview people and then transcribe those interviews afterwards, and yeah, I prefer to record the interview so that I don't have to take notes furiously while I'm trying to engage with someone on the phone. So it was actually $10.99, best $10.99 I've ever spent. Really love Tape-A-Call app. If you spend a lot of time interviewing people and you need to remember what they said, I highly recommend that app. Then I have Waze, which I use if I know I'm going somewhere that there's going to be a lot of traffic. I don't know, it's just a directions app. Yelp for if I want to go out. Mobile Pass, which is just a security app that I have so that I can access my work email outside of work. Uber, which I almost never use because I always use Lyft, and that is for political reasons. I don't support Uber as a company. I should probably just freaking delete that app because I'm never going to use it again. And I honestly think that Lyft just provides better service. Hearthstone, which is a game I am obsessed with, but I never use this app anymore because now I have Hearthstone on my computer, so I sort of play on my computer, have a little cheeky game while I'm watching some YouTube videos. But yeah, if you're a nerd like me, Hearthstone is a great game. I really love it. Zello, which I think is a communication app that I literally never use. And then finally, looks like this app is called Aviary, and I also never use that app. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is what is on my iPhone. I love this guy. I'm so happy I got a new one. My old one was really broken. Like, the home button didn't work. The screen was all cracked. There was like a black part in the screen. So I'm relieved that I got a new one. And honestly, this is the first like a big girl purchase that I think I've ever made. I am like on the hook for paying each month of the contract, so feels pretty intense to me. Woo! Okay, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. That is what is on my iPhone 8. Yeah, if you like this video, leave a comment down below, leave a like, leave a subscribe, tell your friends about my awesome channel, and I'll see you next week.